So this is transmission of Kuan Yin's light syllable. Primarily, you're going to bring this symbol, essence again and again. So if you're using hung or tam or om, or so we'll just take a moment in silence first of all, just to tune into that. And for this practice, we're going to bring this feeling that you're attuning to right now. So I want you to really connect with the feeling first of all. If you see it, that's fine. Most important is that you feel it. So just notice the quality that you connect to with this light syllable. So if it's free, or if it's a Vyank, or if it's a hung, or if it's a picture or a yantra, what's the feeling? What's the quality? So it could be compassion or joy or equanimity and peace, or it could be a sharp lightning flash, or it could be an opening. What's the feeling? What's the quality that's connected with this? So I want you to tune really deeply into that quality. And in this practice, we're reminding ourselves that every experience that we have throughout our day and right now can be viewed as an expression of this quality. So if that quality is openness, just tune into that one thing. So if it's hollies and it's the flower of life and it brings peace and equanimity, you're just tuning into the flower of life, however you see it or feel it. And you're tuning into that oneness, the one quality, the one essence of it, whatever that is for you. Openness, stillness, vastness, love. And what we're going to do is we're going to rest in awareness and allow every experience to unfold within that quality. So it's that quality is boundless, right? If it's love or peace, there's no edge or boundary to it. So you're getting and feeling into that. And just notice where it arises in your body. So for a moment, that quality or feeling of this yantra or mantra or light syllable or violet flame, whatever it happens to be, if it arises in your heart, then notice the aliveness and the energy in your heart or in your feet or in your head or wherever it arises. And just see if you can invite your body to participate fully in that light syllable so that you become the light syllable. You actually saturate every cell of your body with that light syllable so that you feel as if every cell is a light syllable. So every single cell of your body becomes that hong or tam or the violet flame or the flower of life. So you've got millions upon millions and billions of flowers of life or violet flames or hongs or whatever else it arises as. So you're saturating your body with that aliveness and that feeling. So really feel it in your body. It's as if you're bathing in an ocean of that one thing, that flower of life or the violet flame or the hong syllable. It's all around you. And it's within you, and it's in every cell, and it's in every molecule of space around you. And no matter how far you send awareness, it's in every house, it's in every tree, it's in every mountain, it's in every world, it's in every star, it's in every molecule of space in between the stars, it's in every dimension. So take a few moments to do this and notice how this feels when you multiply this billions upon billions upon billions of times. And really open your heart that we're doing this for each other, not just for ourselves. So you're doing it for me and Amy, Elizabeth and Cindy Sue and Claudia and Diane and Juanita and Donna, Fred and Holly, Jared and Leanne, Liz and Sharita, for every single one of us, as if they too want you to actually feel that every single being on this call is actually that light syllable. So every one of us is a flower of life or a violet flame, right? It feels amazing. Whoa, that feels so good when you do. I actually felt you do that. Everybody's a hong, everybody's a tam, everybody's a yantra. So feel into that. Everybody's an essential smell. Whatever it is that you're tuning into now, feel that in each one of us. It feels so awesome. There's a whole light field that's opening in my room as a result of your collective connection. That every one of us is one thing for you. And then I want you to feel as if in front of you is the light syllable. So you can feel it or see it. You can imagine that light syllable, the flower of life, or the violet flame, or the smell, or the hong syllable, or whatever you're connecting to, the yang, the three syllable, or whatever it is. Imagine that syllable, feel it, or yantra or image, not solid, but actually representing that quality that you turned into in the beginning. So if it's stillness, then there's stillness in front of you. If it's peace or love, then it's peace or love in front of you. So most important is to feel the presence of that quality. And then feel that quality to your right. So just, it's as if that light syllable, or that feeling or that smell is to your right and behind you. Right? It feels amazing. You can actually lean back into your light syllable, or into your yantra, or into Kri, or into the smell, or into the Ankh, or the flower of life, or the violet flame, and to the left. It feels so powerful. I can actually feel that, feel your collective presence wrapped around me. So I want you to feel like that you're actually being wrapped up or embraced in the flower of life, or in the violet flame, or in the hong. And then equally, you're standing on it now. So actually feel like you're standing on it, and it's flowing up through your feet and calves and knees and thighs. So you feel it flowing up. And you might feel different energies, just like Donna was speaking to, the connectedness of the body. You might feel all the organs and the bones and the sinews and the muscles all shifting as they open to this peace, or this quality, or this love. You feel it moving up through your chest and down your arms into your hands. Your hands might feel alive and full of energy up through the throat, third eye, crown. And then from above, and now it's flowing down. Feel or see or sense the smell or the sound or the sight or the feeling above you. And then feel that it's flowing down through your crown, third eye, throat, heart, down your arms into your hands. So down, right down through your belly, through your hips, legs, right down through your feet, through into the earth. And then feel as if from all sides. You're now surrounded on all sides, above and below. And you open up to that blessing. And then you feel all of that love or peace or compassion, whatever the quality is. You feel that completely embracing you, and then being directed into you. And then there's such a deep connection to this symbol, to this light syllable. And it dissolves into light, or dissolves, the feeling dissolves into you, and all that wisdom energy merges with you. And then just let go and rest for a moment. For the next few moments, I want you to drop and sink and rest right down in the root center. Just drop all effort, any expectation or judgment. Just let go. Just give yourself permission to simply be, to surrender absolutely, to open out. You don't need to meditate. Just rest naturally now as Kuan Yin. Just rest as the essence of that syllable, herself. Like she's in you, and you're not separate. You never were. So now you have this body that is radiant light. It's the radiant light of your light syllable. Every single molecule of your body is saturated with a flower of life, or with the smell, or with the sound, or with a yantra, or with Hree, or with Hung, or with the violet flame. There's billions upon billions of this radiant light in your Kuan Yin body. So Kuan Yin's not crowded with blood and bones. Kuan Yin is perfectly empty and open. She has clear channels and chakras, free from all blockage or any confusion. You are her, she's you. You're this open, radiant light syllable in every cell. So you're now ready to initiate each chakra with that light syllable, with that flower of life, or the smell, or the sound, or the violet flame, or the Hung syllable, or the Hree syllable, whatever you're using. And placing these light syllables in every chakra is vital to generating bliss itself, to melting the Kundalini through our central channel. And we're going to concentrate at each chakra. So you can feel this. At the moment, you can feel that fire or energy starting to work on your subtle energy body from the root center. And moving up. So just stay with the root center for a moment. And I want you to put that first syllable, so if it's the flower of life, it's sitting right in your root center. If it's the violet flame, you can feel it burning in your root chakra. If it's Hree or Hung, or it's the smell, it's right in the center. So just keep your attention and awareness right down in the center of the root chakra, the Muladhara chakra. I want you to begin with visualize the flower of life, or violet flame, or the Hung syllable, or whatever you're using, as small and as subtle as possible. So if you're using a smell, it's as subtle as possible, the size of a mustard or a sesame seed. Very subtle. Because when it's subtle like this, it actually encourages the prana, the dragon energies, the Kundalini, to enter automatically into the central channel and absorb strongly. And your concentration will be stronger, and you'll generate stronger bliss by connecting. So you're placing that syllable in the root center. Now you can visualize it with a fire around it. You can visualize it as radiating light on fire. That's blissful. And you're placing it right in the central channel, right in the root center. And your concentration there, absolutely. So there's nothing else. There's just your complete concentration and attention in the root center. Just there. And then on the next inhalation, I want you to actually draw that flower of life, or draw that Hung syllable, or draw that smell or sound or yantra, or the violet flame, draw it up and into your sacral center. And place it right there. So now you're breathing in and out. You've got your complete concentration on the sacral center. So you're just breathing, just allowing the breath to guide you, allowing your concentration to be absolutely centered in the sacral center. So there's nothing else. It's just fully awake, that sacral center. Placing that flower of life, or the smell, or the sound, or the light, violet flame, visualizing or feeling it there, your concentration is absolute, just in the sacral center. Good. And now in the next inhalation, draw the energy up, draw that same symbol, the just one thing, the free syllable or the smell, or violet flame, draw it up to the navel center. And here I want you to make it even brighter in the navel center. So you could visualize it being in the center of light. You could visualize or feel it radiating with light. You could feel the quality or the feeling of that flower of life or violet flame or free syllable or yantra or smell getting stronger in the navel center. It's still very, very small, about the size of a mustard seed, but it's glowing. And it's beginning to blaze and become more and more blissful as you continue with this connected, present breath. Breathing in and out at the navel center, filling it with bliss. Now, as you keep the breath connected, there's very little gap in the breath. You're just allowing that presence of breathing. It's as if you're actually Kuan Yin, breathing that light syllable in the navel center. It's like you're Kuan Yin breathing the flower of life. It feels so amazing to breathe the flower of life in your belly. It's like you're pregnant with the flower of life, or pregnant with the violet flame, or pregnant with creation itself in whatever form it rises, the smell or the sense, light. To really feel that right inside your central channel, as if you're Kuan Yin giving birth to this flame in the navel center. Just keep that connected breathing. Right, this might feel quite overwhelming. If you need to stop at any point, just stop, rest, and then rejoin us. And if you're deepening it, deepening this power, deepening this feeling of breathing the free syllable, or the smell, or the sound, or the light of the flower of life, or the light of the violet flame, the light of the earth. Now you inhale and you draw that light, you draw that syllable, you draw that symbol, you draw that essence up and into your heart center. Oh, doesn't that feel magnificent to feel it birthing into your heart center? It's like it might just suddenly explode in the heart center. So now keep breathing this deep connected presence, this deep connected breath, this breath of that quality, the love or the peace or the joy, and feeling that syllable in that central spine, right in the heart center. So this time you might feel that the syllable is getting quite close and into the back of the heart. So you might feel it more towards the back of the heart itself. Just notice the way that the symbol itself is glowing. So if you're using the blue pearl, it might become particularly radiant at the heart center, the heart chakra. For some of you using different colors, it might take on a blue power at this point as the heart chakra opens. Especially if you're using Hong or the blue pearl, it'll take on a blue iridescent essence. You can feel it starting to reveal itself. This mustard seed, it's still the size of a mustard seed, but it's so concentrated and so powerful. You might find it's now just taken on a pure light, or a blue light, or a radiant light, depending on what color your syllable was or your symbol was originally. It might take on different hues, might take on a rainbow here. You might feel a dripping and an opening of Kundalini from your heart. As your heart chakra opens through this extremely concentrated, powerful focus through the syllable, through the heart center. And you can now start to feel that there is a connection. All the lower centers are connecting with your heart. It's as if that blue pearl in the heart, or the flower of life, or violet flame, or the smell of the angle, or any other symbol, or the combination of the symbols is now communicating with the energies below and flowing upwards. So it's all flowing upwards like a river or an ocean flowing steadily upwards. Now you inhale and you draw the beauty of the heart center up and into the throat center. And here the most beautiful hue, like a deep ruby red, or a deep opening in the throat center. So your flower of life or your violet flame might fully start to become bright, take on hues of different colors. The violet flame goes deeper, flower of life goes more and more potent. The Hong syllable, traveling upwards, takes on different hues. Feel it. Maybe you feel a movement, an opening in your throat. Maybe the Tam syllable starts to open brightly. You feel it all vibrating in the throat center, vibrating, opening. If it's a unique syllable that you're using, it's opening. The Sri Yantra, open, and open, boom, open, and open, open, wide. And then you draw the energies up on the inward breath into the center of your brain. And it begins to unfold in light. Now the true light and radiance of your syllable opens in your brain. You might feel it limitlessly open. It might be a feeling that there's a brightness and a lightness as you ascend into the upper chakras. You might feel the lightness is all around you. That the flower of life now starts to expand, or the violet flame starts to radiate and expand, or the openness of Tam or Kri or Hong. The Shri. Yang. It's unbelievably magnificent and open. As if there's no limit. Goes up and through and third eye, and then you inhale again and you draw the syllable up into the crown that is the chakra of great bliss, and you place the syllable right on the crown. You might find the syllable simplifies into just a part of the syllable, or it might just dissolve into light, or it might open into a radiant petals, or it could become like rainbow light, or it could be that the violet flame soars upwards, or the flower of life embraces your whole body as if you're traveling in the sense of a macabre, or it could be anything that unfolds. Just simply be open to what arises. And you can feel the communication with the whole central channel. You can feel that the crown center is connected to the third eye, flowing down to the throat, heart, right down into the navel, sacral root, and all the way up again to the sacral, navel, heart. Third eye, crown. You can feel everything blazing. The opening of the crown. Now, as the crown opens, as this violet flame or flower of life unleashes and opens, allow it to expand just as it does. Allow everything to arise quite naturally, the Tam syllable, Hong, the Yantra. Sri Yantra, combination of yantras and mantra. Whatever's arising, the smell. Yes. Now allow it to descend. So it's as if now the syllable becomes the size of the mustard seed. Again, so it concentrates in form at the crown. So it becomes that so you've got a single mustard seed. You've got a flower of life that's the size of a mustard seed, like a pearl. So especially like that blue pearl. Now it's going to descend, and feel it descend. So the blue pearl or the flower of life or the violet flame or the hong, feel it descend, or the ink or the smell, or Sri Yantra. Feel it descend, and now feel it descend into the third eye, where it radiates, down into the throat, where it radiates. So you're descending down, it feels so beautiful, down into the heart, where it radiates, down into, so it's like this pearl or this mustard seed is traveling down into the navel, into the sacral, into the root. You're completely one with this. And now it's traveling up into the sacral, the navel, the heart, the throat, the third eye. Brown. It's so moving, right? Because now you're becoming the flower of life. So now you are, your consciousness is completely unified with the violet flame or the hong or the yang or the yantra. You're now traveling as that down through your third eye, down through your throat, down through your heart, down through your navel, sacral, root center, and up. So you're inhaling now as you ascend. Heart. So you are the flower of life traveling through your central channel. You are the violet flame. You're one with it, completely unified. Exhaling and descending. Crown, third eye, throat, heart, navel, sacral, root. We're not separate from it. We're completely unified with this syllable, traveling up and down through the chakras, up to the sacral on the inhalation. Navel, heart, throat, third eye, crown, exhaling. It's becoming brighter and brighter. The flower of life, the hong, the tam is becoming brighter and brighter as you travel. You are Kuan Yin as the light syllable. You are traveling as her, right in the center of the blue pearl or the tam or the smell or the Sri Yantra. You're flowing in that nature of Kundalini, descending and descending. You get to the root center and you travel again up with the inhalation, drawing up the spine. You are traveling as that drop of the flower of life, or as that drop of the Sri Yantra, or as that. It feels so incredible now that you're moving as that. More and more and more, the more concentrated you become, the more one you become. There's just one thing. You're traveling up and down the central channel as that single drop of a flower of life, or the single drop of a violet flame, or the single drop of that blue pearl, the single drop of the Sri Yantra, the single drop of tam or hong or Sri Yantra, and the single drop of the smell, a single drop of Tara or the yang, the single drop of light, all the way inhaling up to the crown. Each time now, the flower of life gets brighter and brighter. The violet flame gets brighter and brighter as you visualize and radiate, and it cleanses and clears the central channel. You see this bliss. It automatically eliminates all distractions. There is only this bliss drop, this bliss syllable traveling up and down, this flower of life that's traveling up to the crown and down, inhaling, ascending, exhaling, descending. Everything is set up to help you go even deeper with deepest concentration on this one thing. Here you're meditating totally deeply on this inhalation of that light syllable, ascending up through each chakra one at a time. You don't need to rush. You're not too tight. You're not too loose. you're somewhere in between. Just simply that one thing. Inhaling. Exhale. You might find it's like a song. It is like attuning. It's like you're actually attuning your central channel to that light syllable, to the violet flame, the flower of life, the Sri Yantra. It's all one. And there might be a sound, a hum, radiance, smell, a light. You're still keeping that blue pearl, that home, as small as possible as it travels up and down. As you travel, this gets even more concentrated. So the mustard seed now even reduces in size. So it's just a point, like a pixel. The flower of life is a single pixel flower of life, or a single pixel violet flame. It feels amazing when you reduce it to that sense, because it's almost emptiness itself. There's this deep power of contemplation as you continue to breathe all the way up to the crown and exhale. So we're going to do a few more breaths just this way. The inhalation, the activation, activating the male kundalini. The exhalation, the letting go, activating the female kundalini. Feeling the energy in your heart, developing clear light. Feeling the energy of your navel, strengthening the inner fire. Feeling the peaceful energy, the left and right channels. Feeling the power of the crown opening. Feeling the connection between the root, sacral, navel, heart, throat, the third eye, the crown. Okay, so if you're doing this now one last time, when you get to the last inhalation, you're going to inhale, you're going to draw that pearl, that blue pearl, or the yantra, or the hum, or you're going to breathe it up. And when you exhale, this last exhalation, you're going to exhale up and out through the crown center, up and out into the beyond. And you're going to travel with that flower of life, that violet flame. Let it ascend into the heavens above. Unite with source, God, light. Keep going. Where you find any limits or boundaries to that, simply unfold it. Unfold the flower of life into the flower of life, so it is infinitely expansive. Unfold the violet flame into the violet flame, so there is no boundary. Unfold the home into home, or tam into tam, or Sri Yantra into Sri Yantra, light into light, or the blue pearl into blue. So there is no limit. And rest in the boundless, open, spacious stillness of being. You are vastness of that. So surrender completely, let go. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. No experience to be having, no meditation and no meditator. Just be here fully as the vastness of Kuan Yin and the limitlessness of this light syllable. No boundaries, no limits, no name, no content, no form. Indescribable. And now slowly, very slowly, remaining as the emptiness of Kuan Yin and the vastness of the light syllable, remaining as the violet flame, the flower of life, Tam, Hong, the end. Slowly open your eyes, resting as that, resting in that vastness, and take in everything that you see around you with the eyes, the heart, the feelings of Kuan Yin, the gratitude and appreciation of knowing that every single cell of your body and every single molecule around you is transformed. You're feeling the exact quality of that light syllable in space itself, as if you're resting inside the light syllable, as if your body's saturated with the light syllable, and that light syllable itself, that is your body, is resting inside another light syllable, and that light syllable is your room, and the light syllable of your room rests inside the light syllable of the world. The light syllable of the world rests inside the light syllable of the cosmos, and the light syllable of the cosmos rests in the heart of the Divine Mother. The light syllable is filled with awe and delight and innocence and freshness, and that you're viewing it like a child in a temple, sacred temple, for the first time. You see everything afresh again and again. You're allowing yourself to be open to the infinite opportunities of every single moment, that every moment is an opportunity to feel the infinite boundlessness of this timeless awareness of Kuan Yin, that every single moment is an unbound flow of limitless energy, and that you are right at the center of that, that is running through your core, and that's vibrating in every single cell of your being, that you are limitless and timeless and indescribable. So I'm going to get you gently, feel your feet on the floor, feel your hands in your lap, feel the uprightness of your spine, feel the amazing essence of light, that light syllable, the violet flame. You are the violet flame. To us, you are the Hong. To us, you are the Tam. To us, you are the Pearl. And as you resonate with that, I'm going to get you to add in the chat when you're ready, just so that any insights that are present right here and now, that you get to share them, that you can bring them out and through this modality we call words. Might be that there's just wordlessness. There might not be anything to say. If there's anything that you'd like to share for just a few minutes, I'm not going to go around everybody, but if there's anything that anybody would like to share about what unfolded or about what's present, just for perhaps 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm going to go into the guidance for Mother Mary and Isis and Kali. So please do add in the chat. And of course, if you're speechless and wordless, then I just want to thank you for your pristine presence and for the wonders of your immaculate being, which is always, always with us, and which you're bringing to this planet. And that's the really tremendously exciting part, is that we're here in a collective to do such great things on this beautiful planet. Sometimes experiencing directly that you are that light syllable is quite overwhelming and quite extremely beautiful. So thank you. Thank you truly.